And we are live. Hello and welcome. You're tuned into the Anarchomedy Show. This is the 156th episode. And today we are building the 3-in-1 Creator set number 31170, 31170, the Pink Flamingo. There is actually 3 sets you can build in this: the Pink Flamingo, the Axolotl, and the Parrot. Now, if you know me, any of these would be cool. We're going to build the Parrot. Growing up, we had a number of birds, money in the Parrot and Conure family. Just really enjoy those birds. Would have a parrot as a pet if it wasn't such a long-term investment. So that's what we're going to be building today. Today, let's timestamp this. You're watching the 156th episode of the Anarchomedy Show. It is 9:03 in the morning on this August 13th, 2025, here in the land of the burning sun. We're building some Legos. But before we get going with that, we have to, of course, get the dragons going. Take care of Scully. So we'll get that lit. I hope I got that. Make sure those are well stoked. There we go. Two for the dragons, 1 for Scully. So we are coming up. We are live, produced on the fly by yours truly. I am switching over this cam to the behind the scenes cam and switching to the overhead at the build station. We are coming up on 1 year of putting out episodes, putting out videos, live videos on YouTube. And we're sitting at 88 subscribers right now, as of today. I'm trying to let this gestate naturally. This channel, I don't want to force anything. But it would be fun to be at 100 subscribers by the 1 year mark, which will be in late October. So we'll see what happens. So here we go. The 3-in-1 Creator Pack. Creator set. 31170. 288 pieces. This probably won't be a very long stream, but we'll see. We won't be doing the flamingo. We won't be doing the axolotl. We'll be doing the little pink parrot with the cockatoo comb. And to show their emotional support, I have both the cockatoo out from another 3-in-1 Creator set, as well as the macaw. The macaw also from a 3-in-1 Creator series set. 2 packs, 2 bags, not too many. even get a brick separator. Well, that's amazing. Oh, we're not going to use any of these bills, I don't think. And we're getting some glare at this time of day from the window. So we'll just deal with that. Yeah. I could cover it up. So starting out, a 6x1 and a 2x2 with the side studs, with 2 side studs going on. That way, I think. I did get a request for a better camera and to slow down and to show the pieces a little bit more that are going together. So we'll endeavor to do that. As far as the camera goes, yeah, what I'm using is a 1080p cam for this overhead. If you're trying to zoom in to see, it doesn't have any real zoom capabilities, so sometime we will upgrade our setup here in the studio. I have my eyes set on a nice 4K cam, but in the meantime, that's gonna be a little ways out because we do this for fun. This is not monetized in any way. So it's as we gather money and have the money to spend on the studio. And sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. So here we go. Let's see the next piece. 1x2 brick with the shaft cross through the center. Now there should be, I think going on this piece, this kind of salmon colored. It's definitely not pink. And there aren't any real other colors other than yellow and white. That just must be it. That's a little bit of, look like brick dust on it, brick debris. Yeah, a little bit of plastic on it. A 2x4 brick on there, and then these 1x2 wing thingies. I'm not sure what you would call them. Okay. Step number 6. We get more of these 1x6s in pink. And there should be one more in here. Should be. I am not seeing that piece that we need. We're only on step 6. We can't be missing a piece. One, this is Lego. They hardly ever seem like they're missing pieces. But I do not see that piece anywhere. We're looking for another 1x6 tile in pink, or plate in pink. 1x6 plate, I'm not sure. I don't have all the correct terms and for all the correct terms for Lego all the time. I don't always have that. I think I might open up bag 2 because I can see in there that there is one of those pieces, and just keep going until I run out. And then maybe if I can't build the parrot, maybe we'll disassemble and try and build the flamingo. Perhaps. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Okay, opening up bag 2. Well, know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open bag 2, and I'm just going to reach in and grab. I don't want to dump out bag 2 because it's going to make a mess. Pieces are going to get confused. I'm going to reach in there, grab that one piece. You saw it here. We looked. You can see it on cam. I can't find that piece. Should be in bag 1, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. See there? I feel like I'm missing another piece. It should be a one by one plate. A little, not a stud, but a square. There should be a yellow stud. It's like I'm in the wrong bag. And there should also be a yellow stud. I'm not seeing a yellow stud. Okay. We're opening up another bag. We're going out of order. You know what? Oh, it says empty bags 1 and 2 at the same time. Okay. Woo. Follow the instructions. When in doubt, go back. Read the instructions. It says to empty out everything. I've never seen Lego do that before, but we can follow instructions. I guess you would need to do something like that with the Creator series with a 3-in-1, because you never know which piece you're going to need for which. You can't have it. You can have it for one set, but you might not work out for the others. All right, so we have a lot of pieces now on the build table. So there's our 1x1 plate. Let's go on right there, and our yellow stud with the open center. Goes on right there. Okay, round 2x2, and this piece, whatever it's called, the shaft. That goes in there. And this will go on here. Okay. Step 10. I'm so used to just, you know, bag 1, bag 2, bag 3. I didn't see the instructions. Empty out both bags. Okay. I missed something? Oh, okay, I missed that on step number 9. There's one little ball joint, 1x2 ball joint socket. I need another one. Another one. Where are you? There it is, hiding. Neo Wolf. I got the pink one. So I'm building the pink one. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. Yep, so we are building the pink one. And I'm trying to slow down. Someone requested that I slow down. So these are fun pieces that they didn't have when I was a young lad. That go up the side so you can put bricks 90 degrees to each other. Did not have those. If you wanted to do something like that, you could find a hinge piece and turn it side and open it up like that and stick it on the side, but you didn't have these pieces that are made to, yeah, like this one. 90 degree, so you can put things 90 degrees to other bricks. And then in light brown, 2 more. Yeah, and I even forgot I had the pink one. I bought it and thought, okay, I'll save this for a build for later for a build, and stuffed it, put it down, and then other things got stacked on top of it, and I saw it the other day and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot I had that. I could build that. And then I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for the next stream, and thought, you know what? We're building the pink one. Some 2x2 bricks on top. And then, again, these that have the studs sticking out the side. Okay, and this, we got some fun colors in this set. Diamond, hey! Welcome back. We're building some Legos. Let's doing a Lego set. Switching things up. Yeah. Almost an ASMR stream. That's what I tried to do with these. Something chill. Okay. Now these little quarter circle tiles. 2 of them in pink. Okay, now we'll set that up here. We have to build 2 of those, which means we need these 2 pieces. 1 of those. like this. Doing the next challenge on 5 nights. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I watched some of the surviving 6 days. That was fun. I haven't played 5 nights and at Freddy's, and yeah, I haven't touched a horror game in a while, a horror type suspense, and yeah, I'm not sure. Because I don't like the jump scares sometimes, or when you're switching back and forth between the cams and looking for the movements, and I'm watching, I'm like, oh shoot, he's moving. Um, yeah, there are. It does interest me. I just haven't checked out many out in a while. No camera challenge. Yee. No, that would be intense. That would be intense. Okay, we set that down. We have to build another one. Let's see, where are we? We want the sand. It's so interesting because in this it looks like a hot pink. We have pink and hot pink. It looks like in the instructions, but we're actually looking at is pink and salmon, and this dark salmon color. Okay, one like this. That piece, and one of the quarter circles in pink. Okay, turn that around this way. This is going on here, like that. And then we do the same on the opposite side. Dang. Nightmare aggressive. Friday Night's Freddy's Nightmare on aggressive. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do a suspense game like Five Nights at Freddy's on stream sometime, just for a reaction. See how I do. I know Beef, who was on stream with me yesterday, was really checking out. Because you can't play scratches anymore. It's been nerfed in Steam. You can't play it. Less than 1% chance. That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. But I have scratches on the Windows 7 because I have an original copy that doesn't need online service, and I can play it on Windows 7. And she was playing a lot of scratches a few years ago with Eliza, but I should have them on there. We should play scratches. It's a suspense game. I don't think it's as intense as Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, what that reminds me of, there's a few games like that it reminds me of other stuff like Bendy and the Ink Machine. And there was another one, but I can't remember the name of it. Okay, moving on to the build. Continuing with the build. All right, a 2x4 plate. Oh, I wonder if I could find it, a Five Nights at Freddy's for Windows, and install it on this Windows 7 machine, or if I'd still need to have to do it through like Steam or something. Okay, I'm gonna now I'm got my curiosity piqued. I'll have to look and see what I can find if it's possible to play that on the Windows 7 machine still. There's one by one there, and now on to step 19. 1 by 2. Make sure we're oriented correctly. Playable on Vista if you have 2 gigabytes of RAM. We won't be playing anything on Vista. Vista is like 8. We don't like to talk about that. I have used a computer with Vista. I have used a computer with 8. If it's playable on Windows 7, we're playing it on Windows 7. These little quarter circles. These little one stud pieces are interesting, trying to keep them oriented, and because they can get turned and then they all look crooked. Maybe XP? That would be interesting to find out if it's available on XP. Because I do have the plans to build the XP machine. I have a brand new motherboard. Although I'm doing it out of period correct pieces, which I probably hate myself when it comes down to it, because I'm trying to do it out of period correct pieces. So I have a Pentium 4 and a P4 800, a P4P Asus board, brand new in box. Of course, it comes from the era of the Great Capacitor Plague, so maybe I'm just asking for trouble. Oh well, we'll find out. It was designed to be played on Windows 7. Sweet! Sweet. Yeah. I might have to do that on the Windows 7 machine. That could be fun, because it should definitely be able to play it. Okay. I think I did step 21 and then step 20 because I was talking. That's okay. Okay, we'll set that aside. Oh, 7 of them. I know Steam doesn't support Windows 7 anymore, but I could still put Steam on there if I had to. I think. So I know my old Windows 7 machine, I think still had Steam running on it, and I could still log into my Steam account through there and play games, even though 7's not supported anymore. That goes on there. I did that. Nope. That goes on like that. Let's put these on in the right place, in the right orientation. So I could do one through 7 on the Windows 7 machine, and then I could jump over to the monolith for 8 through 13 if I wanted to cover Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, I might have to do maybe a reaction to the original Five Nights at Freddy's, since I've never played them and only watched a little bit of gameplay. So that could be fun. I think these are the legs. Yeah, that's the only thing. If I take on something like that, I think I'll do a reaction. I'll do a reaction to some gameplay and playing the game, and see how we go from there. I think is what I'd have to do. I've done that before. Not all games always get covered, unfortunately, all the way through to the end, to the bitter end. And maybe I should do more of that. Maybe that would get me more traffic, as it were. Not that I care too much about getting traffic and growing the channel. It's fun, and I do it for fun. So as long as it maintains its fun, when it stops being fun, we stop doing it. I don't need another job. I have one of those. That's why I do this. Oh, and Freddy in Space. Oh, the spin-offs are on available on 7 too. Cool. Makes me glad I built this thing. I don't know if my other one would handle any more games on it. Any more programs installed. Okay, let's see. We are this one. And a 1x2 in mint. Okay. Putting on all these little pieces, all the little detail pieces that Lego has come up with. Get so much more intricate sets and more detailed sets than we had when I was growing up. Five Nights at Freddy World. Except World. Yeah, some of the... I wonder if that's a dead game. That's going to be impossible to try and play. Stop killing games. I am in support of Stop Killing Games. And the Stop Killing Games initiative. I can't play some of my favorite games. Oh, some of the YouTubers still have it and it is still playable. I wonder if we just can't find it anymore to install it. If you already, is it one of those that if you already have, you have it, and if you don't, you're screwed? Because I could see that. Oh. Only after 2 days. Huh. That's pretty quick. Did people have to pay for it? It's not a situation like I skipped a step. You see what happens? You get me talking. I start skipping steps. Early 2016. 2016. What was I playing a lot of? Sims 3. Playing a lot of Sims 3 in 2016. And that's a game that I can't play anymore. Has been killed by Origin. Unless someone can make the hack around that, so you can just because you can't open the launcher anymore. Yeah, that's coming along pretty nice. We'll compare it to the other 2 parrots when we're done. Okay, on the back side. All right. Sit him down. Oh, so it is on Game Jolt. Sweet. So does that make total 9 games in all? Well, plus no, there's 8 games. No, 13 games. Okay, 13 games in the series plus the spin-offs. And World is available. Okay. But 13, okay, so that's over 13 games of, if you were to go into it. Now I say that as I'm working my way through all these different Lego games. I would definitely have my content cut out for the next little while. Only removed from Steam. Just can't get it on Steam anymore. There are other, as long as there are other sources. You got it up already? Nice. All right, and this goes on the back here. Oh, it's free, so it's free to play. I have to check that out too. I always enjoy, I like checking out free to play games. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the cheap wad and the cheapskate in me. The tight wad. I don't want to spend any money. The penny pincher. What am I looking for? A pink. There it is. Okay, so in between the 4th and the 5th game, should play Five Nights at Freddy's. Leads up to the sister location. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should do some research on what order to play. If there is a certain order, I should play all the different Five Nights at Freddy's in. Okay, that looks like the main torso of our parrot. Looks like we're starting on the feet. Most of the games are prequels. Yeah, it's always one of those. Do you play them in the chronological order that they were released, or the chronological order of the storyline? And I tend to go, alright, I'll usually go order of release, since that was how they were really intended to be played, and just because that's the order they came out in. But that's like, in Star Wars, do you watch the prequels first, or do you watch the original trilogy first and then go back to the prequels in the order they were released? It might be better to do it in storyline chronological order. I don't know. Maybe I'm blathering. It's more fun than scary. I'm gonna have to check that out. Like I said, I would definitely give me some more content, fuel for content, if I was to do some Five Nights at Freddy's. When you were playing that with the cameras, it also reminded me of that game, of the game Iron Lung, where you're in the submarine and all you have is the camera outside the sub. Oh, that's actually the clock. Used to have a doorbell that made those chimes. In one of the first house I was in, had the house I built had a chime doorbell like that. But that's actually, yeah, the little clock on the wall. Made a movie on Iron Lung. I'll have to check out Markiplier. That one. I've watched some of his stuff, of reactions and playthroughs of different games, especially Doom, Doom Eternal. When he played through Doom Eternal. But I haven't seen him do the Five Nights at Freddy's or the Iron Lung video, so I'll have to see those. Alright, his feet are going on. Nice. Oh, So the movie's not out yet. Something to look forward to, though. And I have not played Iron Lung. I've watched other people play it, and that's the only, and one of the reasons I haven't is because I've watched other people play it. I haven't watched a whole lot of Five Nights at Freddy's, so it could be a more honest reaction. I'll have to check out the trailer then. Yeah, probably. Getting everything just right. That would take a while to do, I think, too, depending on how ambitious you were getting with it. The movie of Iron Lung or the movie of Five Nights at Freddy's? Okay, we're into these pieces. I am finding myself that I have more time on my hands to sit down and watch movies. I have had a hard time since COVID, sitting down and watching stuff. I get restless. But I'm finding myself with more time, and maybe I can get back into watching some movies. The Five Nights at Freddy movie. Yeah. Maybe I should do that then. I could watch the movie and then play the game. That's usually what happens. Usually the critics are, oh, it wasn't that great, it was this and that, but everyone else loves it. It was still a good movie. They're just too critical. Cool. I didn't realize that. See, I haven't been following a whole lot of movies and stuff lately either, so I don't know what's going on in the theaters or what happened when Five Nights at Freddy's came out. That's pretty cool. I'm setting records. Okay, there's a piece. Okay. Okay, so it's coming out. Oh, you know what? So maybe I can do it, but yeah, now you got me thinking. December 5th. If the second movie's coming out around then, or I could look at if there are any more games going to be released soon. But I could do the review of the game around that, and maybe even a video. It wouldn't be a live video, but I could do a video watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I don't know if anyone would be interested in a movie reaction or not. That would require editing. I've edited videos before. There are a number of videos up on YouTube that I edited. Edited the music, edited the soundtrack for, edited the video. under an old company that I used to have. They're still up on YouTube. But that's why, and I like editing, but oh, it's time intensive. For a PG-13 horror movie. And second biggest opening for any video game. Wow. 80 million opening weekend. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. Be interesting to see how the second movie does. If they're able to get another, if it'll still be as successful, or if it might fall flat, or you kind of never know anymore what you're going to get. I am definitely going to, though. You got me really curious into checking out the movie and the game. I'm going to have to sit down and watch the movie sometime. 120 opening weekend? That would be fun. That would be wild to watch. Just smash more records. Okay, so we have this piece and we have this piece. This looks like, I think that's the back of his head. I think we're going to be going on like that. Oh, and then if that's the case, his head will be able to turn like the other cockatoo. Okay. Let's see. This piece and a 2x2. These. So many specialty pieces. Okay, so I need to check out the Iron Lung trailer, and I need to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And yeah, I need to make a list. A lot of ideas and possibilities. Yeah, 15 million fans watched twice. Well, let's see. Even if not all of them watched twice, let's say you had 15 million fans who watched the movie and only a third of them went back and watched it a second time opening weekend. Not saying that the other ones don't watch it a second time, they just might not watch it a second time opening weekend. That would still be way up there. That's still a lot of money. More money than I will probably see. And that's okay. All right. Go on right here. Yeah, at least 100 million. 100 million opening weekend. That's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, where do I want to have his eyes positioned? About like that. Oh yeah, if Lilo and Stitch can hit 1 billion. Is that what Lilo and Stitch did? Opening weekend? Wow. You know, I enjoyed Lilo and Stitch, the original animated one, but yeah, wow, 1 billion. Okay, let's move his eye a little bit. I didn't realize he'd be out in that position. Let's turn him that way. Oh, not opening, but 1 billion over time. Oh yeah, then definitely. 1 billion opening weekend. That's a lot of Lilo and Stitch fans. But overall, yeah. Oh yeah. When did Lilo and Stitch come out? How long has that franchise been? That makes me wonder about that. Compared to Five Nights at Freddy's. If Five Nights at Freddy's came out in 2016, $341 million, that would be opening. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, where am I? Where am I? This piece. Oh, 2014. Okay, so Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has been around 11 years now. And when did Lilo and Stitch come out? That I'm not sure of either. Okay, making his comb. That's pretty cool. That's a cute little parrot head. I'm just wondering which franchise has been around longer. Although 2002, so Lilo and Stitch has been around for quite a while. See, it does have that going for it. A little more life, time to have gathered more and more fans. So it would be interesting to see. It will be interesting to see how the second Five Nights at Freddy's does. Build 3 of these. Yeah, so Lilo and Stitch has, if it's in 2002, Lilo and Stitch has a better than 10 years on Five Nights. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but judging by the response to the Lilo and Stitch movie, you can see that the fan base is still pretty big and pretty strong. There, check out his mohawk. Now that's a comb. And we go on. Now we still have to build his wings and his tail. And his head can turn. Ha ha ha. It's true. All it really means is one is older or younger. I'm over-analyzing. When I should be paying attention to the build, not skipping steps. Those are kind of fun pieces. I don't know if they're supposed to be stone or rock, crystal, or claws. I suppose you could look up the number on them and find out. If I was so inclined. Is the Five Nights at Freddy critter Christian? I didn't know that. I did not know that. That makes me even more curious. Only because I like the study of faith and religion and how that plays into, especially interested in how that plays into creative work. So in the creation of a video game, how that played into it and affected that is interesting to me, if it did at all. That's probably smart. As far as from a business standpoint, you'd want to reach as many. You'd want to reach as many people and try to not alienate as many people as you could. Yeah, I could definitely see that. A person's faith helping them through that. Definitely. And I imagine in trying to launch a video game, there would be some tough times. As with trying to launch any kind of an endeavor like that, of trying to bring something to market. I have some experience in that. Hmm. That's interesting. That would be an interesting. I need to look up the backstory now on him and the creation of Five Nights. Step 73. That's cool. That's really cool. And doing something good with the success he's had. That's good. I'd like to see that. All right, his left wing is in place. He's got a big comb. I'm not sure if you call that a comb on a cockatoo or not. I'm calling it a comb. Like a rooster's comb. I hope if I was ever successful, very monetarily successful, I would do something good with my money and not just waste it away on myself. Yeah. There's a book called You Happier by, oh, what's his name? Oh, anyway, it's a book on what you need to be from a psychological neuroscience perspective of what you need to be happy and how much money you actually need to be happy. And they determine that you don't really need gobs amounts of money. In fact, the more once you get to a certain point, the money just becomes more trouble to keep track of and manage. And so that for optimal happiness, they're thinking you needed a lot. And this was even post-COVID that this book came out, mentioning that you probably needed less than $100,000 a year. And this is in US dollars to get along and be content. Am I missing? Did I miss some pieces? I missed some pieces on the wing, on this other wing. Some detail pieces. Wait. Back up. Yeah. On this wing, I missed some detail pieces. St. Jude. That's cool. Okay. I'll have to study up more on that, on the Five Nights at Freddy's creator. Learn a little bit more about him. And check out the game then. Okay, that way. And Is St. Jude, meaning he is Catholic, or he donates a lot to St. Jude's hospital? Just curious. I'm not. Because both is cool. And I think that completes our parrot build. That is a pretty cool parrot. I like it. I'll keep him. You'll have to set him up on the shelf with the other two. That was Lego set 31170. All done. St. Jude's Children's, yes. That's cool. That's really cool. I've done, I don't talk about, I try not to get into the topic of religion or faith on this channel. I have done some work at the Children's Hospital here. I've gone in there to do some religious stuff. And yeah, children's hospitals are donated $250,000. Yeah, I'd love to be able to do stuff like that. Definitely in the children's hospitals. We have one here in Arizona that, like I said, I've been down to, and heartbreaking. And you want to do whatever you can for those kids. So we don't want to end on a low note though, because there's a lot of good that's done. Just going in there to do some ministering to some people. Yeah, it was an experience. It was an experience. And I don't talk about it. Don't like to toot my horn or share, especially because it was someone else's. I was going in to visit someone else, and it's their experience, and I don't want to. It's not my story to share. But in any case, hope everyone has enjoyed. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you, Neo Wolf, for being here in chat. Everyone else who's been watching, thank you, thank you. We have our 3 parrots. We have a lot of extra pieces to bag up. And this will probably be the last stream for the week. I'm going to switch over from the overhead cam back to the main cam here as we just produce on the fly. And back over. So thank you all again, everyone who's joined in on the stream. If you've enjoyed it, again, that thumbs up. And for anyone watching, if you've made it this far, consider subscribing. Like I said, it would be fun to see this channel hit 100 subscribers after the first year of putting out videos. Just a fun milestone that would be fun to reach. So, until next time, thank you, Diamond. Part of what makes it a great stream is those people who jump in and interact in chat. Always appreciate you guys. Thank you. So until next time, I am Archimedes, signing off.